Patuloy sa ating mga balita. Aprobado na sa level ng Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reform sa mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso ang pagtatakda ng kauna-unahang parliamentary election sa BARM sa ikalawang Lunes sa buwan ng Setyembre ngayong taon. Inaprubahan din sa committee level na sa December 1, 2026 ang assumption of office ng first elected parliament. Ang News Now sa report.
Tinalakay na ng Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms ng mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso ang House Bill No. 7236 o ang pagtatakda ng petsa ng first regular parliamentary elections sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao na nag-aamyenda sa Section 13, Article 16 ng Republic Act 11054 as amended o ang Organic Law para sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Pinangunahan ng pagdinig ni Representative Ziaur Rahman, Zia Alonto Adyong.
My understanding is that that's correct. One is there's the fixed term under the organic law, and there's also the fixed term under the Constitution. And there's no way for us to avoid violating this if we are to synchronize the parliamentary elections with that of the national and local elections. And the last thing that we want to see as a chairperson of this committee is to see another group of people going to the Supreme Court and filing another petition again that might cause another delay. All of us are agreed that we have to have the election this year in 2026. So I think as a non-lawyer, I'd just like to give my own opinion on this. Is the BARM government as a different setup with the national government, because this is a parliamentary setup, diba? According to the CAP naman is asymmetrical dapat. It doesn't necessarily pattern after the national government where you have the three branches of government separately, but in the BARM it has a mix of the executive and the legislative. Can that be a basis, Chairman George, as a lawyer, can that be a basis to treat regional parliamentary election as sui generis, that is not actually a local elections? It is not actually a national election, but a parliamentary election. That would be a good basis probably for us to desynchronize it, to separate the regional elections from the national and local elections, where you have ordinarily vote elective positions similar to other regions. You have governor, congressmen, councilors, mayors. But this, in the BARM, you have only the members of the parliament, which is not actually similar to the other elective positions during elections. So can we use that as our basis to desynchronize and have a separate elections for the regional government? This is also in compliance with the political autonomy that we would grant to the BARM regional government. This is in essence of the, if you ask me, the real essence of a political autonomy.
Dumalo rin sa pagdinig si Maguindanao del Sur Congressman Toto Mangodadato at Deputy Speaker Ferdinand Hernandez ng South Cotabato.
That said, Mr. Chairman and fellow members, this committee, the pressing question today is when is the most opportune due date to conduct the first BARM Regional Parliament election? I am raising this question because, as per provisions contained in House Bill No. 7236, and should it be passed into law, the regional parliament election is to be conducted on the 28th of September 2026, and those who will win shall assume office on the 1st of December 2026.
So, I'm of the impression that you have no specific date as to when election should be held. So you're saying all the conditions from the commissioning and all the peace gains and through the agreement of OPAP and MILF, only then election can be held. Kasi I was part of this approval of the Bangsamoro law. Now, we were on the opposite side until we agreed that this will be approved and given what the MILF or the Bangsamoro want in their own respective areas, diba? But never in the discussion that all these conditions will have to be met to have an election because election, for me, during the discussion, is vital to the democratic process within the Bangsamoro.
Humarap sa pagdinig si COMELEC Chairman George Garcia at mga mambabatas mula sa Bangsamoro Transition Authority Parliament.
Sa amin po, Mr. Chair, ay eksakto po yun. Dahil doon sa mga pagbabago na na-introduce ng Bangsamoro, which to us is very important in preparation for the 2028 election. Now, in answer to the second question naman po, medyo komplikado. Yung pong House Bill niyo po, Mr. Chair, Section 1, ang nakalagay lang po, ang nakabold, ang ina-amend yung date. Nakalagay po September 28, 2026. I think po, in answer to your query, what is important is yung second sentence. Yan po palagay ko, Mr. Chair, ang dapat na mapag-uusapan with all due respect ng kagalang-galang na committee. Nakalagay po dito, the next election shall be held and synchronized with the 2028 national and local elections and every 3 years thereafter. The question really is, if we are going to conduct the election by September of 2026, when will the term of office of the elected members of the parliament who will be elected by September of 2026, when will it expire or when will it end? The question is, if it will end by May of 2028, are we not therefore shortening the term of the elected members of the parliament? When in fact, under the present organic law, it should be 3 years. Under the Constitution, under Article 10, Section 8, it should be 3 years. Are we not therefore violating not only the organic law, but more particularly the provision of the Constitution? So yun po yung isang na-point out kanina. I think that is a matter which is best reserved to Congress.
Mr. Chair, there are two constitutional issues that we will have to deal with for this legislation. And as earlier outlined, we will have to deal with the fixed term as provided both in the organic law and in the Constitution. The second is the issue of synchronization as held in the Abasquita case, citing the transitory provision of the Constitution. There are two options available for us. The first option is to deal with which should be prioritized in terms of addressing a constitutional challenge. And I think the suggestion from the chair of the commission is that there is more valid argument to address the issue of a fixed term by desynchronizing it. And in effect, therefore, we are giving preference to a fixed term rather than the constitutional issue of synchronization. Meaning, we will hold the elections this year, but we will make sure that the term would be 3 years. That means we will hold the next election in 2029. By that, we will be, in a sense, relegating the primacy of synchronization by making preference for a fixed term. That's the first option available for us. The second option available is the one enunciated by the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament, Attorney Mastura, and that is, we address both. We address the issue of not shortening the term and making sure that we synchronize the election by doing it this year, but holding the next election in 2031. In this case, we will complete the term of 3 years, and in fact, we will move towards the idea of a tenure or your actual occupancy of the office, not the term fixed in the law or the Constitution.
Remember, the first Congress after the 1987 Constitution had a 5-year term because of the need for synchronization. So that was the first elected Congress. The first elected local officials under the 1991 Local Government Code also had a 4-year term because they wanted to synchronize. So the power of Congress is to set the first election date. The next election dates must be synchronized if we follow the conservative interpretation of the Constitution as already decided by Abasquita. So in this case, if we have a 4-year term or we have the September 2028, then presumably Congress can set the next date of election to be in 2031 so that it is synchronized. That solves your problem of synchronization. That's my 2 cents worth, Mr. Chair. Kaysa iniisip natin na separate kailangan yung BARM election. You make it until 2031. Then the problem of the term cutting, will also be solved. Because we're talking here about the first elected parliament.
Yung sabi po sa BOL, pagka nagkaroon po ng vote of no confidence, actually ang mangyayari is magkaroon ulit ng election. Pero kung natalo ka during that election, it will count as one term for you. So ibig sabihin, sinong nanalo, they will continue on with their term. So medyo clear yun kasi medyo specific po sa BOL. Kaya nga technically hindi masyado affected yung BOL sa madaming election within sa situation niya kasi per term yung counting niya. Ibig sabihin 3 years talaga yung elections.
We deeply appreciate platforms such as this, which allow us to collectively address and resolve vital issues surrounding the conduct of the first ever Bangsamoro parliamentary election. Indeed, these elections are critical to the political track of the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro RCAB and will stand as a landmark event in the history of the region. UPAPRO defers to the wisdom of the Congress and the recommendations of the Bangsamoro people and also defer to the wisdom of the COMELEC and other constitutional institutions in determining the final timeline for this election.
Sa pagdinig, aprobado na sa level ng Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms ng mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso ang pagtatakda ng kauna-unahang parliamentary election sa BARMM sa ikalawang Lunes sa buwan ng Setyembre ngayong taon. Inaprubahan din sa committee level na sa December 1, 2026 ang assumption of office ng first elected parliament. Jan Garcia, iMinds, Philippines.